And welcome back to my channel, or of course welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, then hello and lovely to meet you. My name is Alex, and if you are new here, make sure you stick around and subscribe. If you're not new and you've been here for a while, then why not make sure that notification bell is switched on just so you're notified of every single time that I upload. Now for today's video, I have a super exciting one because we are going to be testing a few new items from Revolution. So we have the new Tin Cocoa palette, we have a new brow pomade, and we also have a new triple chocolate mascara. So obviously I've got it all on right now. If you want to see all these products in action and what I think of them, then please keep watching. Okay, so I look a bit weird now. I've got all my base on, my lips, my brows and my eyes missing. So we are going to be testing the 3 latest products from Revolution. I want to say this is kind of part of their like chocolate dipped collection kind of, but it's not official, I don't think. So we have an eyeshadow palette, we have a brow pomade, and we also have a new mascara. And you guys know that I love the original chocolate dip mascara, so I'm very excited to try this. But firstly, we are going to put our brows on. So if I just quickly zoom you right in, and this is pretty much where we're going to be for the entire video. So this is what the packaging looks like. This is the chocolate brow pomade. I got mine in the shade Salted Caramel. I believe there was 4 shades and this was £5. So this is the packaging of the brow pomade. As you can see, that is the shade, and then if you flip the top of this lid, how cute, it comes with a little, and I mean like tiny little brow brush. Like the handle, I literally can't even deal. This looks like it'd be for like a Barbie doll or something. It's that small. There's no way on this earth I would be able to use this as a brow pencil. It's just way too fine, and I need that longer handle to like grip hold of while I'm doing my brows. Plus I don't do pomades. Like I don't normally use pomades. Pencils are a lot quicker for me, but I did want to test this out for you guys, so I'm gonna try a different brush. But then you just unscrew the lid, and this is the shade Salted Caramel. I cannot remember what the description was for this, but obviously I thought it'd be the one that'd be most suited. Okay, I'm gonna take this Morphe brush. This is a Morphe, oh, I nearly dropped it, M158. I'm just gonna quickly brush through my brows, get rid of any excess powder that's in there. And guys, I'm just gonna put this on. As I said, I don't use brow pomades, so you know this is probably not going to be the best. I know Lizzie was really excited about these because she loves a good brow pomade, but I usually use pencils, so wish me luck. Okay, so that is my brows with the pomade. Now, this is not the best application only because I'm not an expert in using brow pomades. However, if you do use brow pomades, this is really nice. I think it's really creamy, really pigmented. For someone who doesn't use pomades a lot, I feel like that was really easy. Like, they're not the best brows I've ever done, but just for like a quick, easy brow, not that bad. So for £5, and I think the ABH one is like £17 or something, I don't think that's that bad. I actually think that's quite a nice brow pomade. These are definitely not even, so you're just gonna have to ignore that. But yeah, I'm quite impressed actually. For £5, I think that's a bargain. Okay, so I've just zoomed you out. These are my brows far away, and I really love the colour. I didn't mention that, but the colour is, you know, pretty spot on with my roots, so I'm very happy with that. So I've just zoomed you out to show you the eyeshadow palette we're going to be testing out today. So this is the Revolution Cocoa palette, and it says there, I'm a tin. So I think this is in the tin packaging, and it is. So this is the first time that Revolution have done the tin packaging. But this is what the Cocoa palette looks like. I wonder if they're going to put the chocolate bars in this tin packaging now, or if this is just like an actual range by them. I'm not really too sure. But let's open it up and show you what the palette looks like. So this is what the palette looks like. It's very beautiful. You have your like neutrals in there. You have a pop of yellow, orange, you have a nice shimmer variety. So I really like the look of this palette. Also forgot to mention this is £10, so it's £1 more expensive than the normal chocolate bars. And also this is vegan and cruelty free, so let's get into the swatches. Okay, so these are the swatches of the palette. I'm not gonna lie, the swatches aren't the greatest. I felt like a lot of them were quite dry, especially the shimmers. Like the best shimmer that swatched was probably this one. Usually with like the £10 like tasty palettes by Art Revolution, they've got really good quality like foil shadows and the mattes are super pigmented, but for some reason, I don't know, I just get a different formula vibe with this. I don't know if it's because they spent more on the packaging, I'm not really too sure, but the swatches are not the best. However, I did build them up a little bit and they're not that bad. Plus, they are different when they go on their eyes. So let's see how it performs. Okay, so I've just primed my eyes with the I Heart Revolution. No, this is Revolution Ultimate Eye Base. And now we're going to start off the look. So I'm firstly going to take this red shade here, which is called Topping. And I'm just going to put that in my crease area. Next, I'm going to take the shade Orange, which is called Churros, and I'm just going to start blending out that red. This palette is very kickbacky. And then I'm going to take the yellow in the palette, which is called a Layer, and I'm going to blend that just at the very top where that orange finishes. Okay, now I'm going to take the shade Hot Cocoa, which is this one here. This shade doesn't look like it's got the best pigment. It is picking up on the brush, but we'll see what it's like on the eyes. And I'm just placing this in the inners and outer corners. Okay, so I'm going to take the shade Chocolate Creme, which is this like kind of greeny toned gold, and these shimmers don't feel like they're like kind of foily shimmers, so I'm just going to use my is it gonna go? I'm going to use my finger, and then I'm just going back in with that brush just to blend out the inner and outer corners of that shimmer, because it just looks a little bit squarey. For the lower lash line, I'm going to take this Fondue shade here. For my inner corners and brow bone, I'm going to take the shade Sweet Milk, which has a green undertone. Like some of the shades in this palette, I'm a bit confused why it's in a cocoa palette. Like when I think of cocoa, I think of like browns and stuff, right? So some bits of this colour story, I'm just like a bit confused. Okay, that shade there is actually very beautiful, and I like this look more now that I've tied it all together. Do you know what I mean? Like, this isn't the most chocolatey like cocoa palette, but I do feel like it does have some beautiful shades in. So we have one more product left to test in this video, and I'm going to keep zoomed in because we are testing out the new Triple Chocolate Mascara. So as you know, this is the original chocolate dip mascara and I freaking love it. So let's hope that this is good as well. So like the chocolate dipped, this mascara is also £5. And this is what the wand looks like. It's a very spiky wand, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a tad nervous, so let's just try this. Oh guys, as soon as I saw this big gappy plasticky wand, I was like, do you know what, I'm actually scared this isn't gonna be that good. And it's not. Damn it. Okay, now that I've spent some time on it, it's not horrendous. However, what I will say is that you have to take your time with this mascara, because based on the first like initial application it didn't really do much for my lashes, but then once I went down to my bottom lashes, then rebuilt the mascara on my top lashes, it then started to build and look a lot better. So I'd say I definitely still prefer the original chocolate dipped. This isn't a bad, horrendous mascara, it's just not a quick and easy one like my Essence Lash Princess, for example. That one I can whack on a couple of layers and it's done, whereas this one you do need to spend a good few minutes building and building and building to then get to a result like this. And even then, this is a very like natural looking mascara. It's not clumpy or anything, it's very separating. So if you do like the everyday sort of mascara, you're going to really like this. Personally for me, it's not my absolute favourite type of mascara, because even the chocolate dipped is not my favourite type of mascara. But this isn't a bad mascara. You just have to spend a little bit more time with it. Okay, so now we've tested out all the products, I'm going to sit down and give you my final thoughts. So firstly, brow pomade. For £5, I think this is really good. It's super creamy, really pigmented, and I did those so quickly. Back in the day, like years ago, when I used to non-stop wear brow pomades, I'd spend like 10-15 minutes on my brows perfecting them. To be fair to myself, in the past I had no eyebrows. Now I have microblade, it's a lot easier, but this literally took me like no more than 2 minutes and my brows are done. So I'm very impressed with this. If you love brow pomades, you must check this out. It's an absolute bargain as well. The eyeshadow palette, this is £10. Now I'm not gonna lie to you, this is not the best quality I Heart Revolution palette I've ever tested. Their Tasty range beats them all. Like, they are my favourite palettes by I Heart Revolution. The colour story is pretty, but the actual formula of the shades, just, I don't know, it just wasn't it for me. Like, the mattes were okay. I did spend a little bit more time building them and blending them out. The shimmer again was okay, it just wasn't the best. This isn't a terrible palette, it's just not the best quality that I've tested. That being said, I think if you are more of a sunset eye lover, you are going to love this palette. The mattes in here do reflect a sunset eye kind of look, kind of what I've done today with the yellows, the orange, the red, and then add a bit of purple in there. Listen, the quality of this is not absolutely terrible. Like, look at the look that I created today. Like, I feel like the mattes were really nicely pigmented. The shimmer was okay. It's just not, it's not the best I Heart Revolution palette I've ever tested, and you know, that's what I'm going to just say about the quality. It's not terrible and it's not the greatest. It's kind of just like an average chocolate bar palette by I Heart Revolution. If you love your sunset eyes, you're going to love this palette. And if you love to collect I Heart Revolution, definitely pick this up because it's like a new range by I Heart Revolution. Bit of a mixed review on the palettes, and kind of the same with the mascara as well. Basically just gave my roundup thoughts and opinions on this, but I definitely prefer the original chocolate dipped, only because I think it's the wand that throws me off. Where it's so like spiky and plasticky, it's almost like it's missing a lot of my lashes. It's very good for separating, but my personal preference of mascaras, this isn't my favourite. However, this is £5, and if you love the everyday lash, then definitely check this out. I feel so bad giving I Heart Revolution like not the greatest review, because I absolutely love this brand so much, but I have to be honest with you guys and give you my honest thoughts on them. So that is what I want you to do now. I want you to go to my comment section and leave me your thoughts on the products that I tested out today. But I can't help but be honest with you guys, and yeah, I'm gonna just keep, but I just can't help and be honest with you guys. This is definitely not going to be a palette that I reach for a lot. There are definitely other palettes from I Heart Revolution that I'd reach for over this, but it is just down to your personal preference, what colour stories you like, and if you're in the market for a new kind of like warm toned everyday palette, then definitely check it out. That is it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please let me know by smashing the thumbs up button, and of course if you haven't already, please subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.